I recently just got back from the Stellar Meridian conference and the hackathon that preceded it. We've met some incredible people, both from the Stellar Development Foundation and people building on the Stellar network. In this video, I want to talk about some of the differentiators which set Stellar apart from other smart contract platforms. The Anchors protocol allows people to on-off ramp crypto in and out of the Stellar network. They've got a massive partnership with MoneyGram, which allows anyone to go into any MoneyGram office around the world, either deposit fiat and get that onboarded onto the Stellar ecosystem, or they can withdraw funds in a Stellar wallet to cash. In developing countries with high inflation rates, there's demand for this service. People want to hold US dollars or other assets and convert that into and out of their local currencies easily, and then also be able to transfer funds across borders. Smart contract developers building on Stellar have the ability to tap into that ecosystem of anchor protocols, all the exchanges, on-off ramp kind of services. It's all there, it's pre-built. You can get money in and out of the network very easily. At the event, I spoke to Andrey, who's co-founder of Ramp Me Daddy, which is an on-off ramp built around Telegram. It's a Telegram mini app. He spoke a little bit about the explosive growth they saw when they launched.
And that virality that you found during the launch, that's not always the case. I know with products that I built in the past, you build it and no one cares. Like, was that completely organic reach? Was there marketing you done behind it? Your branding's obviously unique and interesting. Like, can you talk a little bit about that side of things?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have spent absolutely $0 in marketing. So it was a big surprise because we didn't expect to see that much volume. We logged into our dashboard to see, well, where are we at for the day, and we saw $20,000 in transactions. We were like, that must be a mistake. So, and then we checked and it was real. Okay, so we were like, must be some sort of anomaly. But then 20 more thousand, and that was for about 10 days while we were going viral on X. So you can see a very clear conversion and getting tweeted and retweeted by Easy A guys, the guys who host the best hackathons, tweeted and retweeted by Stellar Development Foundation. It all helped to drive organic traffic.
Another big differentiator for Stellar and a Soroban smart contract platform in particular is the state archival system. This creates an efficient blockchain that's constantly evolving. Whereas with some other ecosystems, you'd pay a transaction fee and your code or your transaction would live on that network forever. With Stellar, it's an evolving system, so you're actually paying a rental fee on that block space. And when that rent expires, your code or any dead code that's not being used is removed to an archive system. And then if you want to get it back, you can always kind of use the hash to recover that code, and then kind of puts it back on chain. What this does is it creates a very efficient, evolving blockchain. Things like state bloat, which have been a problem in other ecosystems, are kind of starting to come up in conversations now because of the size of the hard drives that you now need for home stakers. That's not as much of a problem here because the blockchain is designed to be efficient from the outset. Whereas probably on many blockchains or smart contract platforms, there's a lot of code that is just not going to be used anymore. I know because I've deployed a lot of it. Then that code is eventually removed, the rent payments aren't kept up, and it just gets taken out of the system. It's a leasehold network rather than a freehold network, and I think that's going to have some great implications for kind of future-proofing the system and avoiding like state bloat getting out of control as demand grows for blockchain services. Perhaps the most important, or at least exciting differentiator for me is the Passkeys system, the ability to verify auth-end passkeys within a smart contract. This opens up a world of possibilities for user experience improvements in Web3. I spoke about this in detail in a previous video, but passkeys allow you to create accounts and sign transactions using biometric data from your phone, like your fingerprint login or your face scan. We've seen in the past that Web3 systems can struggle to compete with Web2 platforms, which just need a username and email because you need to download a wallet, you need to load that wallet with funds on off ramping, then you need to kind of sign transactions in an external wallet, and it's just a bit clunky. I think where we're going, and Passkeys is a part of this, is that we can just click connect and set up an account, and everything will be done in the background, it will just work. There's a new API that's just been released which enables sponsored transactions, so the user doesn't necessarily need to have any funds in their account. The platform or the protocol can kind of sponsor the transactions for them. Eventually, we're going to have a better conversion process than Web 2. We're just going to have a single button. It will say connect. It will kind of set up the account, all the transactions, everything we've done in the background, and it will just work. And that's where we want to get to. If we can create a user experience flow which is improved from Web 2, then the conversion rates that we see from browsers to real users is better, and we can compete more for mainstream users. As Web3 applications become more competitive in the global space, then we're going to see more traction, more mainstream adoption. It's everything that everyone in crypto has been promising and hoping for years. The hackathon and Meridian conference enabled me to connect with a lot of the developers that are building on the Stellar network and using Soroban smart contracts. And it's amazing, since it was only launched in February, how much innovation and experimentation there is on the network. Let's hear a little bit about this from someone who knows a lot about it at the conference.
When I first joined at Stellar, it was purely just payments. And oftentimes I would be like, okay, there's things that people could do, but it's really payments. And now with Soroban, I'm able to tell people that you could do so much more. And it truly is a greenfield of opportunities that people can onboard. And we have all the various different SDKs. As a developer, having multiple different SDKs with different languages always makes it easy for folks to onboard onto the ecosystem. And Soroban has kind of opened that up, with especially connecting DeFi to the already existing classic Stellar of payments that is already there, built in, credible, and it works. And it's worked for almost 10 years. And now this year we added that Soroban component, which really just makes it this like build your own situation and build cool things and build a bear type playground for dApps and actual end user products that we see beyond just wallets and payments. So other use cases on chain because of it as a developer.
For me, this is the key takeaway from Meridian 2024, that Stellar already has this network of infrastructure built out for cross-border payments and remittances, and Soroban allows third-party developers like myself and anyone else out there in the world to build their own products and decentralized applications on top of that. If you want to learn more about building on Stellar and developing Soroban smart contracts, then there's some links in the description. Thank you for watching.